Warning: the following video will contain some mature themes and sexual content from the Ren and Stimpy adult party block cartoon. If you're under the age of 18 or you can't handle these type of shows, I recommend stop watching this video right now. Thank you for your time and attention. Hello and welcome everyone to the Marr Show. And a couple weeks ago, I turned 21. That's right, I am now a man. A man that can do all of the stuff that I couldn't do the past 20 years ago. Like drinking.
It's okay. It wasn't one of this. It was only this.
Okay, to be fair, that's the only privilege I can think of. So, yeah, that's all I can really do, because I always started watching adult programming, and that's it! Nothing else! So, why don't we just take a look at the Ren and Stimpy adult party cartoons? Happy, joy. Rosebud. Ren and Stimpy. I love these two. Being one of the first cartoons released under the Nicktoons brand, Ren and Stimpy was something completely different from what was on TV at the time. It was gross, chaotic, nonsensical, and has some of the best animation you'll ever see. But even with the success it had, some controversy came along with it. Some responding to the show's off-color humor, sexual innuendos, and violence, but the show kept on running all the way to 1996, where it had a good 5-season run. Then in 2002, Spike hired John Kay, the creator of Ren and Stimpy, to make a new series, specifically an extreme version of the Ren and Stimpy show, and pretty much told him to do whatever the crap he wants to. So after getting some of the original people from the show back, as well as getting tons of new animators, writers, background artists, and etc., they made Ren and Stimpy adult party block cartoon. Unfortunately, the show didn't last that long on the network, and it wasn't really received well from both fans and critics alike. Heck, only 3 of the 6 cartoons made were aired before its cancellation. Now, I love the original series, I do. I remember watching a lot of the episodes growing up, and even to this day I still love it. In fact, I love the series so much that a couple years back, I finally found the all 5 seasons box sets, the box sets with the original Nickelodeon show, and I love them. Well, maybe not much of like season 4 or 5 or 3, but you know, everyone is gonna love the first 2 seasons, of course. So back in 2006, when I first discovered YouTube, I first heard that there was another Ren and Stimpy cartoon, which was the adult party block. I didn't know why it was labeled that at the time, so I was so curious that I went on YouTube, found an episode, and...
Don't you want to stay and cuddle? It wasn't very good.
Well, before we get to the actual episodes, let's talk about everything else first, because I want to enjoy my childhood memories as long as I can before I destroy them all into tiny little breadcrumbs by watching this adult programming, and we wouldn't want that now, would we, folks? While John Kay reprises his role of Ren and Mr. Horse, you won't be seeing Billy West voicing Stimpy in this one. His reasoning being that the new series wasn't funny, and he believed being in the new series would hurt his career. Oh, and he may have been busy voicing some sci-fi cartoon at the time. Instead, Stimpy was voiced by Eric Eric Bazooka, who actually does a pretty good job voicing Stimpy.
Wow, Ren! What a great idea you had to come to the beach today. I didn't know you're into such good, clean, wholesome fun. You've gone too far this time, Ren!
One of the aspects that made Ren and Stimpy popular was its animation. All the character drawings were inspired mostly by the golden age of cartoons, and the show style showcases very unique facial expressions and strong character actions. Heck, John K encouraged all of his artists to never use the same facial expression, which definitely made the show stand out from all the other cartoons made. And despite the show being nearly 25 years old, the animation still blows my mind. It never gets still. So many of these cartoon expressions has been stuck in my mind and makes me laugh even to this day. Moving on to the adult party cartoon, the drawing style is still the same, except it's now much more gruesome, intense, and sure, even if you don't like the actual episodes, you can't deny that the animation is stunning. Look at all these expressions, the characters' movements, the weirdness. Look at the adorable baby kitten ducks! However, while the animation and the voice acting was top-notch, the actual episodes were... well, I mean, they were bad. I mean, they had good ideals, but the execution... No. I tried, guys. I really tried. I didn't want to be like everyone else saying this show's crap, it destroyed my childhood, etc, etc, but I'm sorry. I can't stand any of this series' content. I know it's not made for me, who watched the show as a kid, it's made for adults, I get it. But even after watching shows like South Park and Angry Video Game Nerd, this is just unbearable to sit down and watch. Even on the intro DVD, Weird Al even states that this show is not for everybody.
If you're used to the original Ren and Stimpy cartoons, some of this stuff may be a little shocking. This material is not for everybody. My wife hates these cartoons. Hates them. Hates them!
And then gives us this lovely expression, making me nervous to even watch a single episode. Joy! One problem that I have with the episodes is that instead of being 10 to 15 minutes, it's been extended to 30 minutes, which is all fine and good, but some scenes just last way longer than needed. It seems that there's more padding if anything else, and while I watched some intense grossed out shows before, comparing this show to them, heck, even to the original cartoon, the adult party cartoon feels sort of immature. I know it's just mindless cartoon violence and all that, but the way some of the characters acted and how the pacing was, it doesn't feel like the show is respecting its audience like adults, and more like mindless perverted idiots! As mentioned before, all the episodes in this series were based on fan letters that John K received at the time, and some episodes were followed up during the original one on Nickelodeon. Some of the fan letters were inspirations for other episodes, like say the episode Naked Beach Frenzy was based on letters for nothing but hot girls. Seriously, that existed. And another fan letter asking for nothing but gross out humor and all that stuff, which will later become Onward and Upward. So while the episodes weren't that great for this, you could kind of see the ideals that were expressed at the time, and if they were written during the Nickelodeon era, I say they fit in. So we're gonna take a look at all 6 episodes on this DVD and give a brief analysis on whatever the hell we just watched. First up is Ren seeks help. After Ren does something horrible to Stimpy, he realizes how cruel he's been to him. So he seeks a psychiatrist, played by Dr. Mr. Horse Professional, for help. We see his parents and his first beginnings as well, most notably him torturing this poor frog that has gone through the most pain and torment than Stimpy, in my opinion.
Wait a minute. You want me to kill you? Yes! Why? It'll end the pain. Haven't I suffered enough? No.
I actually like how this episode plays out. It has some funny moments that I thought were pretty funny, mostly the end with Mr. Horse beating the crap out of him.
Psychologist? Are you nuts? I'm a horse!
And it's interesting to see how Ren became how he is now. Sadly, however, this is the only episode I would see myself watch again and again. Everything else though, probably not. Onward and upward. In this episode, Ren gets tired of living in a homeless guy's mouth, and decided for him and Stimpy to move out, only to move into a spit jar in a bar. This episode mostly focuses on the show's grossed out humor, and boy is it disgusting! This episode also makes the two a bisexual couple. One of the topics that floats around Ren and Stimpy is whether or not the two are gay, and while there is some evidence to support this idea, John K responded saying that he doesn't know and that is none of his business. This episode's okay, I mean I like the ideal and the concept, but it's a little too grotesque for me to watch. And like I said before about some scenes lasting too long, the scene where Ren and Stimpy are eating just goes on, and on, and on. It just never stops, dadgummit. But I did learn one thing from this episode.
Hey, what'd you do that for, Ren?
It's an ancient custom. You always give your house a goodbye kick in its ballsack when you move. Everybody knows that.
I'm actually going to attempt that when I move out. The only problem is, how the heck am I supposed to tell what the house is nuts? I'm reading too deep into this. Naked Beach Frenzy. And you can guess that this episode will feature what else but...
Bombshells, busties, bouncers, bobbies, Bronskies, buttons, pops, spooks, bullets, busters, Betty Boops, and big boppers, bonbons, bongos, boulders, beanbags, balloons, bebops, billabongs, butterballs, bumpers, bumpers, poops.
But aside from featuring naked women, it also features this guy...
No thanks are necessary, lad.
And the internet crown favorite... I am now internally disturbed for the rest of my life and I will never wash the same way ever again! Oh, and remember how I said I watched an episode on YouTube back in 2007, 2006, whenever? This was my first episode of the Adult Party Block cartoon. And boy, do I regret it. I rather watch Video Game Vixens on G4. What, you don't remember that? I remember it. I never forget. Also, that Vixen Hunter sketch in it was kind of weird. I don't get it. Up next is Fire Dogs 2. Remember that one fire chief with the booming voice that despises circus midgets? Well, forget everything that you know about him and see him as a fat, annoying man who has a broken toilet and is pathetic in every way.
Just promise me one thing, okay? Promise me when I'm a doddering old loony, you'll take care of me till the day I die. Okay? Promise!
Also, he's voiced by Ralph Bakshi, the same guy responsible for the new Mighty Mouse cartoon, as well as the animated Lord of the Rings cartoon in Cool World. What fun! But why? Why did they have to change this awesome supporting character into this weirdo? They could have easily made him to like some kind of brother-in-law or some, I don't know. This episode disgusted me, almost like how they treated Dante from DMC. Let's see, DMC joke? Check. Wow, I'm just breezing through these. Aphasiast altruistist. That episode. Ren and Stimpy tried to help this homeless woman and her headless son out. They succeed by stealing some stuff, and that's about it. This episode has so many scenes, so many, that drag on too dang long.
Take a deep breath and gaze upon your new possessions.
Entertainment Center!
$1,200.
Lazy Eye Recliner!
$900.
Grandfather Clock!
$2,000.
Grandfather!
Priceless.
A
chinchilla coat! $500.
We get it! She has a crap load of stuff! Move along with the plot! But I do like the story idea, and that angry duck has some funny drawing poses that I do like. But it has some rather strange moments such as...
Hey, what's in the blue eyes?
Geez, these guys are making my Italian voice sound good. You know what, the Yoshi?
Never
After we
mind, I
rescue
take
the
it back!
princess,
I take
we
it
should
all
start
back!
the- And finally, the episode no one's been waiting for, Stimpy's pregnant. As much as I find this idea disgusting as it is, I do like some parts of the episode, even though I feel uncomfortable watching it. So as the title points out, Stimpy's pregnant, Ren's the daddy, and irony kicks in to see Stimpy doing all the work instead of Ren.
Do you know how many other men tried to impregnate that barren wasteland? It took a real man to put a brat in there. My seed. All mine!
Okay, we get it, no need to gloat about it, holy crap. After a overlong joke about pregnant women eating a lot, Stimpy does have a baby. And what does the baby look like, you ask? It's a sack of crap! No, Willie, it's a piece of poop, not a baby. Gross. So, how's Ren and Stimpy adult party cartoon? It sucks. What do you want from me? I mean, sure, don't get me wrong. I want to like this so badly. I mean, the animation is top-notch, the voice acting is good, and some of the stories I actually think fit well for the series. And don't get me wrong, I get it, it's for adult audience, there it is, an adult audience, I get it. But even with that in mind, this show was just bad. It was just poorly executed, the episodes weren't nearly as good and good as the version of the show. Some scenes dragged way longer than usual in cinema parts, as I mentioned a lot of times before. And also, I got the impression that the show treated its audience like morons. I mean, I know some people may say that about the original cartoons, but I didn't feel like they would talk down to me. And it feels like the show was insulting its audience with just how bad and redundant it was. I mean, it's one of those rare times in a program or a game or something that I felt uncomfortable watching. I felt like that it was talking down to me like, "You're an idiot! You're watching this crap! Idiot!" And I just felt bad watching all the episodes. Well, minus Ren Seeks Help. That one I actually do admit is a good episode. But I mean, I just felt uncomfortable watching it and had a hard time finishing up watching all the other episodes after, like, even the first episode I felt uncomfortable. And I just hope, I don't think I'm ever gonna watch this show again, really. And because of that, guys, I give Ren and Stimpy Adult Party Cartoon a D+. The plus is for the animation. And that's all the time we have for today, folks. So if you'd like to leave your thoughts on today's TV show, just comment below. And I'm not gonna recommend this cartoon. I mean, if you're a big fan of Ren and Stimpy, or like really messed up cartoons, or just have a sick, twisted sense of humor in your head, then you might like it. You might like the animation and hate the stories, and you just might like all of it. I don't know. It's only 20 bucks. I paid it 20 bucks on Amazon, so I mean, it's not that expensive. But I mean, if you really want to scar your childhood for life, or if you're just a fan of great animation, then you might like it. If you're just for the animation, just put on mute and admire cool drawings or something, I don't know. And I just feel, I don't know what the heck. I just wish there was a way I can forget this cartoon from my head. Wait, there is. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys. So, I asked the Sid, my genius hamster who does science and technology and stuff. Apparently he has so many internet degrees I lost count. He developed my very own history eraser button. That's right, a history eraser button from the original Ren and Stimpy cartoons. That way when I press the button, all of my memory will be erased. It ain't gonna erase fabric, space, or time, just my memory. So I'm excited to try it out. Okay, alright, time to get rid of this awful cartoon!
How can he possibly resist the diabolical urge to push the button that could erase his very existence? Will his tortured mind give in to its uncontrollable desires? Can he withstand the temptation to push the button that even now beckons him ever closer? Will he succumb to the maddening urge to eradicate history at the mere push of a single button? The beautiful, shiny button! The jolly, candy-like button! Will he hold out, folks? Can he?
Oh, for goodness sake, you just press the button! Morning, Daddy Mary. Hi, Winston. Hi, I am so glad to see you, buddy. I'm so glad to see you. So, what am I doing about, re-zapped your memory? What? Well, why would I ask you to do something so stupid like that? Well, let me see. You watched the Ren and Stimpy adult party block cartoon and you disliked it so much that you have to have me and Sid invent a history eraser button to erase your memory. So yeah. Ren and Stimpy adult party. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember watching one episode on YouTube or Daily Motion, I can't remember what site, and being scarred for life. I remember that show, yeah. Well, wait. I got the DVD? And I edited it? Well, you may go watch it real quick. Trust me, you do not want to see it. Okay, yeah, I guess you do have a point. I mean, if I did something so dangerous, then I guess it's only for my safety, I guess. Although it feels kind of weird editing two videos simultaneously. I mean, I remember finishing up my Little Inferno with you. I didn't know I was making... Wait, Little Inferno? Yeah? That was 2013! Well, what year is this? 2015.
Winston, come here for a sec.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Yes? Ow! What was that for?
You moron! You're not supposed to tell him what year it is.
I'm not?
Dude, if you tell him, he's gonna be in a state of a panic of what's going on. Look at him. He's now taking everything in one go and he's getting all woozy and acting really crappily and over the topish.
Well, at least he's not getting everything in one go, like him reaching 1,000 subscribers on his Thomas Comedies channel.
Only driving a Mario Kart 8.
Or Robin Williams' death. What?
Oh, that there's a Star Wars 7, 8, and 9 coming out.
That's okay. Yeah, that'll be a pressure on him.
Indeed. So we all gotta explain the future nice and slowly to him.
Okay.
Good. Now come on. We gotta figure out a way to update all this stuff slowly.
Yeah, although we should probably mention to him that there's a new Star Fox game coming out. Wait. What? A new Star Fox game? In HD? Coming this year? Happy, 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 joy, 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 happy, 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 joy, 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 happy, happy. I can't get up.